we are going to the world famous, it's Buc-ee's, baby.
And a storm.
Apparently they're supposed to have a massive jerky section. It's like,
supposed to be like the
I mean, there's huge. I'm excited. First time everybody says you're gonna spend like a couple $100 in there easily. The line of people, overwhelming, a little over the top. You know, I'm gonna say this. I don't like places like this.
No, I don't either.
It's not for me. It's overwhelming. It's too much. It's too much. It's like another level.
Me too. This is our first time.
Whoa. It's a little much.
Wow.
It feels like if you stop, you get in trouble. You can't keep moving. So this is like a damn zoo. Well, what'd you think of the Buc-ee's experience?
I kind of lost my a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I started freaking out, and then I actually got a little nauseous when I got out the door finally.
I don't know how people enjoy it.
It's like a meat grinder. I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Get off my hand!
Tomatoes.
It's the different color lights and no good.
All right, you ready?
Not really.
Wolftick Nation, thank you guys for tuning into once again another Wolftick video tire test review video. We're glad you guys are here because if you remember on these tire test videos, not only do we do the install, the specking, the weighing. Hang on.
It's like Tire Test Tuesday, but it's not.
It's not. Thursday. Tire Test Thursday. We also take this thing out to the trails, do a little real-time review for you guys, and then we rate these suckers, okay? Now, on today's episode, these are the Ground Control Grid 27.5 by 2.1 tires that our boy...
You're not going to start singing, are you?
No.
Good.
All right, now, not in this one. That our boy, old Wes Graves, sent us. He said,
Grimace.
hey... Yeah, old Grimace G. Now, he says, hey, I ride Spider Mountain all the time. I had some of these. They do a great job. And please, put these on a 27.5 after we had the whole Continental disaster. Those tires. 2 damn flats with these tires, not even 100 yards down the damn trail. The bike that we're going to be testing these tires out on today. Go ahead and tell them, what bike is it?
Well, it's the Comp Zerker, which is also known as the Schwinn Al Comp. And it's a bike that you haven't rode it in a minute.
I haven't rode it in a little bit. Once we get done installing the tires on the aluminum comp, we're going to be taking out to Hayes Creek Run, the nasty 2.13 mile downhill at Mount Nebo. And then we're going to do a little bit of everybody's favorite segment.
You keep adding mileage on that.
Well, because it's...
I'm not. If you're talking about what segment I think you're talking about, I ain't even mentioning it. That's y'all's favorite segment.
Viewers' Rides, baby. Yes, everybody likes a little bit of Viewers' Rides action.
I've said it 100 times, said 101. It's not the segment I don't like, it's how much work goes into that.
Yeah. So on Viewers' Rides, a lot of work that's put into it, so please give a thumbs up. And there's like 2 or 3 different kids around the world that I want to show their bikes. There'll probably be another few of them, maybe some adults. But there's 3 kids that have sent some bikes in. 3 of them. And they've all kind of got a pretty cool story to go along with their rides. Okay. So guys, you can be looking forward to that.
Who doesn't like a good story?
Yeah. And if you like Viewers' Rides as much as I do, please hit that like button. Alright, so Wes Graves, let's get into these tires. Let's start talking about them. Let's spec them out. Let's weigh them. And then let's go hit the trails, guys. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and start talking about the Specialized Ground Control Grids 27.5 by 2.1. Now, this is something that's interesting. The Ground Control Tread. Alright, I'm going to read this for you guys. The Ground Control is an exceptionally versatile trail tire. We've developed the tread from years of experience in tire design and optimized it using FE analysis, resulting in a tire that rolls faster and provides increased grip and traction in all conditions. Okay, so right out of the box, it doesn't seem crazy heavy. It actually seems decently light. But, like, sometimes whenever you fill a tire, you can automatically feel, hey, this thing feels a little weak, you know? This right here kind of has some toughness to it, but it's still light. Okay, now this is a tubeless compatible tire. You can run this tubeless if you'd like to. There's no wire bead or nothing in there. Not to say that wire bead tires you can't, but...
Thank you.
Okay. Nothing too fancy on the sidewalls. Just Ground Control Grid. Gription, however you want to say that.
Don't start.
Gripton, okay, tubeless ready. Now it's got the Gripton compound. It seems like it's pretty widespread and everything is pretty much even throughout the tire, okay? There's nothing that's a little bit higher or lower than the other bits of tread on there. What do you think?
I think the tire feels good.
It's a very thick sidewall on here, and I am sick and tired of getting flats, especially going down Hayes Creek Run. That's a beautiful trail, and the last thing I want is 100 yards in to have to walk the rest of it, okay? I'm sick of it, so hopefully Wes Graves, we can get through the trail today. All right, now, we're going to do a little Sam Pilgrim install, because I know everybody loves a little Sam Pilgrim. We're going to do this one folded up. You guys ready? Bam! What do you guys think about that? Now, I will say this right here was actually, the whole Sam Pilgrim was pretty difficult to install, okay? I know it was fast for you guys, not fast for me. All right, now what we're going to do, before we measure,
Did you talk about that? That was definitely one of the harder tires to install?
It was very difficult to install.
Did you install it improperly or mess up anything?
No.
Okay.
Took my time on it, so everything is good, okay? There was a guy that was like, man, you guys, you must have installed it wrong.
Every time.
We've got like
times.
30-something damn tires, okay? And our 30-something damn bikes, and I can tell
40.
you, I've got some experience. We're going to get the other tire over there, and we're going to weigh it, then we're going to hit the trails,
Oh,
guys.
let's see that.
It's going to be a light tire, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, it's really light.
Damn, you cares. 0.72 kilograms.
Okay.
1.59 pounds.
1.59 pounds.
Wow.
That's pretty light.
Yeah. All right, guys, here we go. Hayes Creek Run with the Specialized ground control grids that old Wes Graves, old Grimace G, sent us from Texas. Wes Graves, appreciate you thinking of us. And we got these things at 35 PSI like we do all of our other tires. And they're 2.1s. And I'm just not used to seeing something so thin in front of me. All right, we're about to hit the Hayes Creek Run with the Poe Lawless Kisser, and I'm ready. It's been a minute since we've been on this bike. See how fast rollers we've got. We got the Lazine computer, and remember, guys, after this, we are going to be doing a viewers rides with some kids bikes. I think there's 3 of them. They're pretty cool looking, so I want to show a little bit of love to you guys. But here we go, man. Oh, this is going to be fun. It's been a long time since I've been on this bike. All right. I do have stuff to fix a flat, just in case. And they are a pretty light tire, just over 1.5 pounds. So with first turn here. Okay, now I did just ride this trail, so you guys know. And it's pretty washed out with some pretty gnarly rocks on it, and I did get a flat with another tire previous to this, so we'll see how these things do. I can feel a lot more of the trail as far as almost feels pogo-y. And I think what it is the tire not being so wide, it being more narrow. All right, first turn, pretty quick into it. Okay, a little slippery on the front end. A little slippery on the front end. Okay, we're rolling very fast though. I'd look down at the bike computer. We're going 15. We'll get a top speed for you guys, see how fast we've gone on this thing. That corner felt okay. I do like a wider tire, but like Wolfman was saying, these can be a heck of a lot more playful, and really I can just pick anywhere I want to go, and it's very responsive. The problem is I could just feel every little nook and cranny, rock, twig. I can feel it all with these tires. We got a lot more turns down here. We're gonna see if there's any sidewall roll. But so far, ooh, that could have been bad. So far, no sidewall roll, but they are just, I mean, wow, they're very slippery. I can say that. And these rocks, you guys can see, everything's just washed out. There's just not a lot of there's not a lot of area that's being met with these tires. And what I mean by that is, I'm so used to fatter tires, there's just not a lot here making contact with
with the trail. Okay, over rock gardens, they do feel pretty good. We've got some dry stuff coming up as well. Some more rocks. We got a big rock garden here. Let's hit these brakes and see how good they stick. Okay, they stuck pretty well to the ground. That's one of the criteria. Ugh. All right, a little sketchy over the rocks. Decent jumpers. Ooh, I can't see that right there. Little stuff like that. I can't really dig down into the corners because I'm worried that they're gonna slip out like that last turn. They are very fast though. They're very fast. Ooh. Got another little rock garden up here. Boy, howdy, are these things fast. And remember guys, we always run on the tire test. We like to do a front and rear tire in the same width, okay? Do this little drop up here. Uh-oh. Man, come on. We got a flat in the rear. Flat in the rear. Doesn't that suck? The front's good. We got a flat in the rear, guys. We're gonna have to change this thing out. Damn. Wow, I mean, it's a similar area. I just got a flat on one of the last videos. You guys comment, what was the last video? I got a flat in the exact same spot, and I wasn't thinking about where it was at, but this is where I changed it just a little while ago. You gotta be kidding me. I've gotten way too good at this. I'm not gonna be all upset about it because the good thing is I had a tube. Now I will be very upset. I picked all my trash up. I will be very upset if it happens again. That's gonna be the issue. But let's keep on keeping on. So I did get a flat earlier, so I was kind of ready to get one, but I was hoping these tires weren't gonna get one at all. I was prepared. It's my little crash area down here. I usually crash with the 29ers. Oh! Oh my gosh. Holy crap, they're fast. Jesus. A little air here. Oh yeah. Good jumpers. You can feel every bit of the trail whenever it comes to taking off on these tires. And I like that because you can really feel where the tire is on the peak or in the middle of a little feature like that we just hit. And that's a big plus for the guys that like to jump. Okay, got a pretty washed out corner here. Oop. Oh, see, they just don't track as good as they need to. That little feature there, well, that little bit of little drop here, how they stop. Okay, they're slowing down good. Not really the feature, but there's a rock to the right side. Anybody that's ridden this trail before, Hayes Creek Run, this trail requires a lot of body movement. You can't just get through this trail. Whoa. You can't just get to this trail relying on just being able to steer the bike. A lot of it, a lot of it is body movement and having to be one with your bike. And if you're not, chances are you're gonna clip something. And luckily, I know this trail very good. Wow, they're fast. I know this trail very good, so every little in and out or whatever turn that's coming up, I know. But if I didn't, and I was just relying solely on these tires to get me through this, good feature here, ooh, I would probably have crashed. I mean, holy crap. Ooh, they're scary fast, guys. They are super fast. Wes Graves, what are you doing to me, man? Oh, like that turn there. If I had taken any faster without hitting the brakes, I hit the brakes on it, probably would have washed down that tree. Woo! You hear these things? Do you hear them? They're so like just steady and fast on this hard packed clay. Just the washed out areas I'm not sold on. Oh man. Oh my. So you had the same problem up there.
Well, I'm looking for. I don't see any. So okay. I'm wondering if we.
That's perfect. No, they're not quite there. There's some good and there's some bad. Okay, the good is they're super fast. These are super fast. And something that I think they might beat all the other tires in is whenever I brake, the amount of dig that they have, okay? And maybe that's because how narrow they are. The problem is they're very bouncy for 2.1s. There's just not a lot of area making contact on the trail so much. And the other problem is they're just constantly doing that. They're slipping the whole time. A little bit of trash or rocks or anything like that in the trail, they're coming right out from under you. And I did get a flat in the rear. That's what kind of took so long. Yeah, but I wasn't super upset. I was gonna get very upset if I had punctured the other one, but I think I handled it pretty well. Let's rate these things and let's get to that viewer's ride. Where do you guys think it's gonna rate?
All right, so the Specialized Ground Control Grid, 27.5 by 2.1 trail tire, I guess
Trail
what it's
tire.
called.
The Grid trail tire.
Anyway, you know, you had your reservations, but I'm going to report the...
My biggest reservation, I think, was the size, the 2.1, the narrowness.
And in your head, I think that's more in your head than it is anything else. Hopefully you're able to understand and get the positives out of that as well.
Oh yeah, and I mentioned that. I think
like
I did
playfulness and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you were talking about just being able to lift that front tire up, put it wherever it needs to be, keep it grounded, turn it.
I mean, look at the weight alone. The weight
Yeah.
alone's great.
Was it like barely over half a pound, or a pound and a half?
It was 1.59 pounds. Yeah, I mean that's really light.
Yeah, but let's go ahead. Let's go.
Okay,
with the scores.
so the scores are as follow. Looks, you give it a 3.5 out of 5. So you think it's a decent looking tire?
Yeah, it's a decent looking tire. I think the sidewall could be like, I really like the sidewall designs and stuff.
You like
on some
more
tires.
stuff. You like busy tires.
I like busy tires, and these right here aren't the busiest, but there is some hidden blackness and things like that that I really like.
Hidden blackness.
Yeah.
Feel of the tire. Now this is how it feels quality-wise, thickness, the materials. You give it a 4.2 out of 5, which is pretty high.
The sidewalls feel great. The tread does feel good. I like the tackiness of it. Yeah, so I mean 4.2.
We're getting bombed. 4.2 is a pretty decent score.
Yeah, it's a very good feeling tire. I will say that, Wes.
In cornering, this is the cornering traction. This is the ability to dig down into that corner and it hold up. Cornering, to give it a 2.5 out of 5, which is not a high score.
No.
It's very middle.
I mean, look, there is a lot of back and forth on that trail, all the way down.
And stuff.
Yeah, there's tons of them, and they're all in different levels of erosion, and some are good, and some are... And not one of them did it really stick to. And then you saw my washout down here. I think it's the first time I've ever washed out on. It happens to people all the time.
Happens to people all the time, but
I've done this trail.
It's happened to people that have $100 tires. So.
Yeah. So and that's that's not where the rating came from, but it just scored very low on that because
it scored 2.5. It didn't score like a 1.
Yeah, the cornering just wasn't the greatest. And again, like I said in the trails, I was thinking that this might be a tire that the harder you push it, the better it does. But no, the harder you push it, the worse it does.
Okay.
So
I did say traction. There's straight line digging in with like if it's low gear, high climb, or with loose dirt, or braking on loose dirt. You said it did score. It scored a 4.2. You said it did really well.
It did really well. The thing I was most impressed with was the way that this tire dug into the ground whenever I hit my brakes. Like that was really good. And there's 2 or 3 spots on there. People that have ridden it can feel or know the trail a little bit more. The GoPro effect is a big thing on this trail, and it's not so much on like features and things like that. It's a lot of having to maneuver around stuff, and that tire did a really good job of being able to actually maneuver around until it took like a turn to maneuver. You know what I mean? Until it took the whole turning and control of it and not washing out. But other than that, man, the straight line, it did really good. And yeah, we'll get to the next score. But.
Yeah, well, no, it's good to know. Now, the thing that this scored perfect on was speed. You give it a perfect 10 out of 10.
I want to see... Okay, so we've got the Lazine computer that the bike chick got us. We are going to... I'm going to put up on the screen again, showing the max speed that we got at on these tires. And it might not be the fastest. You guys have to go back on the other videos and watch some of those and see the ones that we've had the speed listed. It might not be the fastest, but... those tires are stupid fast. And the reason I say it might not be the fastest, but the reason they scored a perfect 10 is because I think there are some other tires out there that have cornered better and gave me better like apexes to hit and then shoot out of them.
Yeah, this one you had to come out a little slower than speed.
Yeah, exactly. But the speed on these things is ridiculous. And you could hear the tread just like all the way across the top, making contact. It's a nasty tire.
Like I'm thinking, like I said, it sounds to me like it's stacking up to be a great rear tire at that size.
It's super fast. Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, now the weight, like I said earlier, 1.59 pounds out of a possible score. You get 10 minus the weight, so it scored 8.41.
Okay,
so that's excellent. That and the speed gives it a high rating. So it ended up with the score, a total score of, what do you think?
I think it's going to be either on top of the Vittoria or below the Vittoria.
Okay, where it ended up scoring is 32.
Oh, wow.
0.81.
0.81.
Yeah.
Okay. So holy crap, so not only are we above the Vittoria bars, but we're above the other Maxxis on there too, so that's not bad at all.
So right in between the Minion SS and the Minion DHF.
Okay, let me write that in here. All right, guys, so there you have it, the Specialized ground control grid, 27.5 by 2.1, old Grimace G. Thank you so much for sending us these tires. I appreciate that you sent a front and a rear that were the same. It allowed us to be able to get this test done. But, all right, guys, well, please like, please subscribe, and let's go to a little Viewers Rides action. All right, guys, here we go with a little bit of Viewers Rides. As promised, first picture. You know who that crew is?
I know who this crew belongs to.
Oh, do you? Who is
it? Our buddy from the UK, the UKer Dan Webb.
Dan Webb. Let me tell you something, Dan Webb. You got some adorable kids, man. That boy, he is a troublemaker, I can tell you. I mean, troublemaker.
Why? Because he looks like me when I was little?
He looks just like you. His name is Ben, okay? And Ben is real proud of his ride. I've got another picture for you guys. This is his GT Ricochet that's got a custom paint job on there. I guess Dan painted his ride for him.
Yeah.
It's got an L2 10-speed group set.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yep, he's rocking an IXF crankset. And old Ben,
LT
Ben, I love the purple pedals and the purple chainring. All right,
yeah, that's
awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool, man. It's my favorite color. He's rocking some Chester pedals. And now Dan took this picture. He was really proud of it. So the background there is Castle Acre Sapphire.
No, I had to get a better look at this.
Suckfanham? Something. I don't know. Some kind of castle. Anyway, I love Ben's, just his, I don't know, his looks on camera, man. He's made for the camera.
Yeah, that's... first of all, Dan, I really appreciate the setting. I do. I mean, the only bad thing I would say is I'm so intrigued on where this is at because between the picture and your pronunciation, I don't know what we're looking at.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's really cool. And Ben, that's his name, Ben, right?
Dude, yeah, he's got the wake stem with the purple grips.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty proud of that bike.
He is, man. I think it's a mullet. I don't know. Ben, a very cool ride. Glad we got to give you a shout out, little homie from the UK, man.
Homie.
All right, guys, here we go with the next one. This right here is such a cool story. This kid's name is Ben. Okay,
Is it the Ben show today?
Oh yeah, it was just another Ben.
Yeah.
What the heck? This is Ben. He's 14 years old, and his mom Heather submitted this picture of Ben. All right. Now I keep saying really cool story. This is his 2021 Marin Rift Zone. Okay, and the reason Ben's got that big old smile on there, that's a look of accomplishment that boy's got in his face. Okay, this isn't a gift bike. Ben worked at his uncle's skydiving shop in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. And apparently he wanted a new bike, and he was asking his mom and dad. They're like, boy, you're going to earn that bike.
That's what I'm talking about.
So homeboy went to his uncle, asked him for a job, and Ben packed parachutes. I hope he did a good job.
Oh, yeah, I hope so too.
Ben packed parachutes for some time, I guess, to earn enough money for his ride.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
I love it when kids learn how to work for things they want.
That is so cool. I'm
old school. I like that. They get them off the phone and the internet, whatever, video games for 5 minutes. It would be nice.
It's awesome, man. But
that's awesome.
Ben,
good job, Ben.
Yeah, man. I'm sure you are proud of that bike, and it feels different, doesn't it, Ben?
Yeah, it's always a better feeling when you actually earn something rather than it just be given to you.
So, man, if you ever want to hit up some trails with me, I would love to get some riding in with you and your dad, man. They were talking about Mount Nebo on the ride. You are more than welcome. Let us know in the comments, buddy.
Speaking of earning your bike, I told you a while back, one of our favorite families, UKers, the Husks.
The Husks family?
Yeah. Old Noah actually did some earning his own bike.
Yes, this is Noah. Now, I don't know how old Noah is, but this is his Mongoose Brawler. Now, very cool thing with Noah, too. We got the whole story thing going on.
Also,
Noah, apparently, I don't know what he did for this bike, but he saved his money to purchase this bike.
Yes.
So it's his first bike purchase, man. Very cool bike. Way to earn it again. And, dude, that thing needs some pegs. It needs something on there. You know, maybe Berserker can chime in on what the kid needs for that bike, just to make it a little sweeter.
I don't think he needs anything. I think there'd be some good additions to it, but I think it looks great, and I'm glad he's enjoying that bike.
Well, very cool. Noah, what's up with the helmet, man? I want to see some more of that helmet, dude. Does that thing got a fin on the top of it? All right, Noah. Hey, way to earn your bike, man. Mongoose Brawler. Hopefully you'll
look very happy.
That was the Viewers Rides. The next thing I want to show you guys is going to be a little bit of we've all been there of the week picture. Okay?
Of the month more.
Yeah, of the month. This is
don't
a
know if
we've
we're gonna do
all
every month,
we've
but-
been there of the month picture. All right, you guys ready for this? All right, check that out. Now, this right here was sent to us by our boy, my main man's old David Burris with Burris Heat and Air. He was currently he is trying to get a Microshift Acolyte group set and an IXF crank set that he bought with our affiliate links. He's trying
Thank
to
you.
install that. Yeah, thank you so much, David. Now, if you guys remember, he's trying to install that on his GT Aggressor Pro, okay? If you guys remember a while back, we worked on David's wife's bike, Melissa's GT Laguna. Okay, the Laguna Pro. So we did all this. David watched. He's like, "Hey, the professionals just busted it out."
We're not professional, but I guess it looked easy because
He's like, "Hey, they just busted it out. I'm gonna do it." I offered, and he was like, "Nah, man, I got it." So look, homeboy's got a damn
homeboy.
Captain's Clogs grinder. He's got like every kind of plier you can think of over there. He's got every kind of wrench, screwdriver, kind of damn axe.
That's when you know you did hit your limit.
Yeah, well, David, thanks for seeing that picture. We've all been there, guys. And the cool thing with David is he just texted me a little while ago and let me know that the bike is shifting perfectly. So give some props to old David because we have all.
Text again too. Hopefully it's not bad news.
Yeah, we have all been there for sure. But all right, guys. Well, that's another viewers rides with
a bonus. We've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been there, man. So all right, we will see you guys on the next one. Appreciate you watching, Wolftick Nation.